So.
Onto farm to market 770.
There's actually teeth and hair.
Oh, that is a hair.
It is hair.
What is that? What is that? Shh. Shh. Stop.
I got see him getting some K2 action.
I just saw
It's going to red.
in front of the cameras.
Look at my K2. There we go. I just saw it.
What? Was it jumping?
There, yep.
Oh, it's going crazy.
Get in there. Shut up. I'm not a body. You saw nothing?
Places. Wow. This is crazy.
Smells like mothballs.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, now I'm guessing no one lives here.
I guess you're right.
This is the milk barn.
Because it's really central for doing EVP sessions, so you can get energies from all over the house.
Okay.
If you dim the lights, there's a dimmer right there,
Okay.
the round one. If you dim it almost all the way down, lots of times you can get them to flicker the lights for you. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
She said.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you get really good light anomalies in here. Lots of times when you're in here, you'll hear somebody come down the stairs, down the hallway really fast.
Party's already getting started.
Flip it again.
Wow.
Is there another switch somewhere?
No, I think those are the only two.
Okay.
Okay, so you didn't want me to come over here tonight. Anyway, the psychomantium is right there.
That's what I was wondering
That's
about.
what we were gonna ask about.
If
What
you've never-
exactly is that?
It's a room for scrying. So there's a chair in there and there are mirrors set up that reflect into each other so you get an infinity reflection.
Oh.
So you want to sit in the chair and just get the mirror. You don't want to see yourself, you just want to see the reflection.
Oh, wow.
And then you can bring forth. I really recommend skeletons in here.
Surprise.
I didn't see that one.
This
is interesting.
Yeah, you can start getting really good EEPs before you even go inside. I recommend I won't go in by myself. I've been in a couple times with somebody else. I won't go by myself. I don't like this wing at all, and it's weird to me that the lights won't come on.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, this is the beginning.
Yeah. To me, a lot of times the room will kind of shift. You feel it like it shifts. It's real easy to lose your balance in here for some reason.
Wow.
That's funny because
That
that
just
happened to me
happened right now.
in the
Yeah.
main entrance.
Oh, I
Let's
was
see,
looking
I
down.
flew
I think it was the light though when I looked up.
That
I
happened to me in
thought
the main entrance, and I was like, okay, hold on. It was
Yeah.
Yeah, so far the whole place has a kind of eeriness about it, but in here just
This
feels
is a strong,
different.
Yeah.
it's
It
strong
does.
vibe down here, yeah.
it'd be
And
really
I'm not
nice to have cold
sensitive
spots
at
in here.
all.
Since I was closed off so well. And dead air. It's literally dead air in here.
Yeah, and I recommend no one be by themselves completely down here.
Okay.
You'll get a lot of activity in here, a lot of footsteps, especially if you're in the psychomantium. Then you pick up the footsteps in here really loudly.
Now, this is an exterior room.
This was actually a porch.
Yeah, that's
It
what
was
it's
the
like.
porch, and they closed it in like in the 70s.
Now, what time is checkout time? I forgot to ask.
But we don't really have a set checkout. I don't have any events tomorrow to worry about, so 8:39, whatever.
Oh, so we'll leave Monday morning-ish?
As long as you don't take out the trash and do this. I had a team last week and they were here and they liked it. They said they had a lot of activity. So I don't know. I've never really experienced anything. To me, it always just feels staticky in here. And I think it's because there used to be a lot of arguments when the streets were alive. There was a lot of argument and tension in the dining room. So I think that's just kind of what you get.
Wow.
I love the
So this was an inn at one time. Like how many rooms did they have?
It was never actually an inn. It's just named after Shakespeare's favorite pub.
Oh, well, that explains. Okay.
Because a black swan is a unique and unusual, unexpected beauty, and so
Right.
nobody expects to see a house like this.
Now
here in Century.
people investigating here, they don't disturb y'all, or y'all are.
Only if they scream.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. We don't intend on screaming. That's not the plan. So.
What was the area that they caught? I'm going through the show in my head. The mist that went through, and they said it kind of looked. They had the motion of a sword.
Down there.
It was down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's a hot spot.
And they were. Where were they? Where they heard? Was it right here where they heard the footsteps? Those footsteps were amazing. That was just wild.
It's really and they clipped out. They didn't show some of the really good stuff. When we were first going in this hallway, I mean, I've been here for since the '87, and this hallway started to vibrate. It was shaking so hard that the stained glass was banging in the window, and Zach started to get a really bad headache and not feel well, so he made him stop filming. But it was the first time that I had to actually put my hands out. Like, it reminded me of, have you ever been in an apartment or like when the washing machine or the dryer is spinning really hard and how it can shake the house?
Yeah.
It was like that. It was like, but only in that wing, and there's no washer or dryer.
Yeah.
Well, I know we're going to be spending most of our time in that way.
So, and like I said, this room is really good too because you can get clear EVP where you're kind of in the neutral zone. You can get it from all sides. The milking barn is probably going to take a lot of your time. I'm not going to go in it with you. but
Really?
there it is. Yeah. No, I don't even go in if I don't have to during the daytime.
Wow. Yeah, we came back here earlier. We were taking photos. We went in there just to kind of get a feel of the place, and I could.
Have you had anybody say anything about their equipment locking up in there? Like just stop, freeze up?
That happens all the time. Not just in here, in the main house.
That camera's brand new and it's never locked up on me before. I went in there
happened
twice
twice.
and
I had to take a
take the
picture.
photo. I'm walking out, it locks up, comes back on, locks up. And it didn't even take the photo the first time. It showed it take it, but it wasn't on my camera.
Wow.
We set up a trap cam in there a long time ago. Do y'all use those?
Yeah.
We set it up. I'm not sure if it's still in there. I had like a portable wall in the main room. And we set it up shooting through the doors to the back of the kitchen. And we got a succession of 3 pictures. The first one is real misty. The second one, you can see a person starting to form, but it's very misty. The second one, you see a man kind of like this. He's really handsome, but it's like he's really posing for the picture.
Wow.
And the third picture, it's like he went right up to right up to the camera with his eye, and we got a picture of his eye really clear.
What?
And he was dressed in period attire, so I know it wasn't that somebody just happened to go in and because
What if that was Sebastian?
yeah, I think so. And I took a team in there, not a very sophisticated team, kind of a new team, bunch of Marines, and we were doing a little bit of EVP, and I was, asking, can you tell us your names? I was just talking in general, and so I'm like, can you tell us your name? And then one of the guys was standing on the side, kind of with his arms crossed like this, and all of a sudden he jumps into the middle of our circle, goes, "Son of a bitch!" Excuse my language.
That's okay.
And then I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "I don't know, something just touched me," and he had a big, huge scratch down his arm. And I could see him. I mean, even though it's dark, you can, once you get arrested, I could see him. So I know he never moved. He was just standing like this. So I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah." I go, "Do you want to continue?" And he's like, "Yes, let's continue." So he stepped back in the circle. And then in a little while, he goes, "Damn it, man, this guy really wants me out of here. I got to go." And so he walked out. And then we're continuing, I'm talking, and then I notice that all the men are walking out. And it just leaves me in there with the women. And that's when I'm like, all right, let's stop and turn the lights on, play back, let's see what we got. And then you hear us talking, but you hear when I say, "Can you tell me your name? Who's here with us?" And you hear Sebastian at the same time that the guy goes, "Son of a bitch," right on top of it.
So Sebastian doesn't like guys in the military.
He doesn't really like guys. No.
Okay.
And there's power in there,
You
you
got
said?
some alone time in
There is
buddy.
power in there.
There's power there.
There's
It's
power
very
in there.
limited. There's a light, like when you first go in, when you go through and step into the main room, to your right there's a light switch. So if you need light in there, like
Yes.
Be
Feel
good to
free
get
to
my
turn it on.
bearings at first.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Get a feel of the place.
The Kling Brothers, Ghost Lab, Everyday Paranormal.
yeah.
They came here. There's no video out. I've looked. I've tried to find it. But it's been said that Brad was shoved in the doorway.
He was punched in the stomach. It took him to his knees.
Oh yeah.
You're first, my friend.
This
Only
guy
because-
has been begging
I
for
was joking around. I
and,
told him, I said, well, you know what? Because I had heard that. What was that?
Did you hear someone clear their throat or something like that? Did you hear
Yeah,
that?
I heard something over here.
it sounded like something like
Is that you, Sebastian? Yeah, I was just telling them that if they could knock down the Kling brothers, and I'm probably a quarter, maybe, of their size, Sebastian ought to be able to pick me up and throw me across the room.
Just
Now-
don't provoke things that you don't really want to have happen.
Yeah, I know, I'm hearing them now, but what's weird, and this is the synchronicity part for me, is last week, now Sebastian is not a very common name. After talking to him about that, I heard the name Sebastian probably 4 times on Oddball Places, a podcast I'm listening to, a TV show, and it had nothing to do with the Black Swan. It's just random, and I thought, okay, now is that my subconscious picking up on it? Now this is after I talked to you and learned that I had the names wrong. It wasn't Charlie, that's Yorktown.
Right.
It was Sebastian. So is that my subconscious just picking up on it, like when you get a new car and you see it everywhere? But at the same time, Sebastian is not a common name.
Sure.
So subconscious or not, it's just odd that I would hear that name 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, 'cause I only know one person named Sebastian.
Right.
And all the people I've met in all of my life, one person.
So I was like, is that Sebastian telling me he's ready? So
Well, we're
I
gonna
just-
find out, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind light provoking. I just remember that don't ask for what you don't want to really
Right.
have happen, because it's immediate response usually.
we don't.
And also remember, I have children and we still live here. So.
Right. No, our style is a little bit different. We're more comical. We take it
Antagonistic.
serious. We take it serious, but we joke more. I'm more of a kind of a sarcastic skeptic. Like, if there's something here, show
Yeah,
me.
and,
prove it
and
to
if
me.
nothing's happening, you'll get an occasional, okay, well, you don't have anything. So
Yeah,
you're
we don't
weak,
do like
and
Zach
yeah.
and
Yeah, we had some
Zach
issues.
kicks chairs over.
I bet you did.
Yeah, I
Well,
probably never did that again.
personally, just your own opinion. What was your take on them and their style?
Were they
Well, you're
aggressive?
recording, so I don't really want to
Oh.
answer that.
How old is that home? Is that part of the original property?
Which one?
The carriage house.
Yes, except that it's been kind of remodeled. We had a really bad storm here in 1994. There was a tornado and it kind of tore a lot of it out, so we had to rebuild it, but it's still the same footprint.
I'm sure you had some activities for rebuilding.
I heard that.
Yeah, that sounded
It
like.
sounded like glass. It sounded like a fingernail or metal going across a piece of glass.
That was weird. Did you think you caught that?
Oh, he caught it. So I'm thinking, and let me ask you your opinion. Would you say the majority of the activity here is residual, or is it intelligent?
I think most of it's intelligent.
Yeah,
that's
I was
good
gonna say
stuff.
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I think the only thing that might be residual is when there's a Mexican soldier that comes through, and it's always the same. You
He's
smell.
playing back.
Yeah, you smell like wet horse, wet wool. I don't know if you did. You ever go horseback riding bareback, and that funky
I did.
sweat.
I don't know what that smell was when we walked through there earlier, because I didn't smell it that time. I thought it smelled like a mothball. I was like, it smells like mothballs. When I was walking through the
Yeah, I didn't notice that when we came back
I
by
didn't
this
notice
time.
that part.
That was
Oh.
weird.
Now, where was the battle at? Where is
Everywhere,
the-
right
oh,
here.
we're
whole
standing on
property,
it.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're standing on it in it.
Wow.
So anyone in property, you can
And-
have that.
And how far of the grounds can we?
Back there is hard to get to, like getting to the grain silo and
It's
stuff.
grown.
It's pretty
Okay.
overgrown.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't go that way, but going to the front, the driveway goes all the way around. So the little house over here, we've never really gotten anything much from there. Every now and then you might get a woman moaning or crying. Valentine's Day, 1 year ago, there was a murder just underneath the Britterman Bridge in the creek. There was an 18-year-old girl that was 4 months pregnant, and her boyfriend drowned her
Oh my
and then set her on fire
Get out of here.
and burned her body underneath the bridge of the creek. On Valentine's Day, they had a memorial down there. And then that night, around midnight or so, my youngest daughter, Madison, came down the stairs. She was going to go in the kitchen. And she came running back up the stairs. There was somebody in the house. And, I mean, she was adamant. Victoria was calling me on the phone, Mom, get up, there's somebody in the house. So, Phil, we all come downstairs, and I mean, he went everywhere. There was nobody inside the house. But she clearly saw somebody coming from, like, my mom's room, from that hallway, and then ran past her going down the opposite way. Enough for her to freeze and then run back up the stairs. So, I don't know if it was, I don't know. If
Could have
it was
been her running.
coincidental,
Yeah.
if it was, I don't know what she saw. I mean, she was pretty.
Yeah, you can
Clear.
tell when your child's in fear.
Well, I mean,
or just-
she's grown up, and it wasn't so much that she was afraid. I think it freaked her out more that there was somebody in the house.
Oh, yes.
And that she just stopped and froze and ran up, because they were running. They were more afraid of her than she was of them, I think.
Yes.
But was it coincidental that it happened on that same night?
Wow.
Uh,
Now, when we talked one time, you said that there had been a recent discovery of something. Was that?
that was it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, where is the creek access?
Right in front of us. If you just walk across the street, you'll be.
Okay.
I saw something move over there. I kept staring. It's right there. Is that a rabbit?
Oh, sure it
Probably,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're staring
They are
at
in
us.
the wooded area.
I saw something move, and then I heard the dog over here, and I was like, oh, there's something over there.
Yeah.
At least you know the dog warns you.
She will, like, if the
You
coyotes.
set up?
You know what coyotes sound like, right? Okay, so we have a lot of coyotes. But Morgan's pretty good about
Chasing them off.
letting you, alerting you that there's something around.
My
that
new
shouldn't
friend
be.
for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll go with you everywhere. She's really good.
So what was your last and latest, most recent rather, experience? Personal experience you've had here?
My last one was probably going into the kitchen. My favorite place, the kitchen. But I went to open the door. We have the swinging doors, and so I went to open the door. When I pushed the door, it pushed it back at me, and I got like a real warm rush of air. So it freaked me out. It like made my hair stand up. I got goosebumps. And I'm like, so I pushed the door again. It pushed it back once more, and I'm like, that's really rude. I need to come in the kitchen, and so I pushed the door again, and then it let me go in the door.
The milk barn is Sebastian and Heinrich. What's the story behind Sebastian?
Sebastian, the first family here were the Ripsteins, and Sebastian was the oldest of the 10 children. And from what I've been able to gather, he was pretty violent, pretty aggressive towards women, was kind of known, he beat his wife. His mother attacked him with an axe. She had him and his brother committed to the asylum. And I think they both died in the asylum. They're an interesting story because the mother divorced the father, which was pretty much unheard of back then.
Right.
But then somehow stayed in his life until he died. All the children, there were 10 children. Sebastian bought his 100 acres of the property.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the children were to inherit. But then somehow Mrs. Ripstein ended up with everything in the end.
Wow.
So I don't know. He's buried right over here, off of Walsum, up behind another neighborhood back there.
Okay.
He's buried in a small family cemetery back there.
Now, of the 8 known entities that was believed to reside here, how many of them actually passed away here on the land, or in the
All of
house?
them.
Oh! Where was the asylum area? Was that also on the land?
Oh no! Sebastian and them, no, they died in downtown San Antonio at the asylum.
Oh, okay.
But all the
Said to
rest of
say
them.
Their spirit came back. This is all
Yeah.
he knew.
Right.
Yeah, this
If
is
you're
a-
gonna
Right back
you're gonna
here.
go to heaven and the afterlife, and you're gonna go to somewhere that's comfortable, somewhere that's
Yeah.
Yeah, Heinrich, I don't know if he died. I'm presuming he died on the land, on the property back then. I don't know.
So Heinrich and Henry, and Sebastian, they were related, and they were the Ripsteins, or was that just
Heinrich is a
Sebastian?
Mahler.
Oh, that's right, Mahler.
Sebastian is a Ripstein.
One more question, and then we'll get started. If you had to pick of all the 8 known spirits, who would you say is the most active here?
Probably Sophie.
Sophie, and she would be
We pick her up mostly in the center of the room.
in the center of the
She'll
room.
come down. She comes from down in where my mom's room is, and she'll come. Sometimes you don't even need the recorder. You don't even need to. You can just hear her. She'll laugh and giggle and talk.
They would have set cameras at each end of that hall.
Yeah.
Have somebody sit in that room
Yeah.
and just go quiet.
Yeah.
So we can catch.
Sounds
How
good.
great would that be to catch a full
So
body
any-
apparition coming down that hallway with the
So
camera?
any children?
Well, Sophie mostly appears as a young girl, probably like 5 or 6 years old.
Oh,
She
wow.
actually
Go.
died when she was 82, but she comes back more as a child.
Okay.
Time to get out, Para-buddy.
Yep.
The only time I've heard her change voices was after an investigation at the Lexington, and Angelica and Russell them had invited all the sailors to tell them that they were going to do a big investigation here if they wanted to come and hang out. And when we were talking, we were doing EVP and we were talking to Sophie, and we're like, Sophie, did you see the sailors? And her voice changed, and she goes, they were handsome.
Wow.
And it freaked me out because I'm like, oh my God, I'm used to Sophie with this little giggly little girl kind of laugh. Wander around. If you need me, I'm at the top of the stairs. Like I said, it looks like Phil's down in his office. He'll probably work. He usually works like 10:30 or 11, and then that's it.
You're like, just holler at the stairs. Please don't call me again.
Yeah, don't call me anymore.